In this training, the agent has registered, the participant has registered, the agent has completed the annuity order entry for the participant and enrolled them, and now this transaction has been passed over to the carrier approval workflow, and I'm going to show what it looks like for the carrier compliance team to log in and review and approve an order. Agent or advisor submits the case for review by the carrier compliance team. Then the team will receive an email that looks something like this, and they can click on the link and log in to review the case. This process that we're going to be showing you today works exactly the same if there is an agency review stop set up in the review workflow. Receiving the email, then the compliance team can click on the link in the email. This will bring them to the login screen, and they will already be provisioned with the user ID and password to log in. And in theory, this could be the agency compliance team or the carrier, depending on how the approval workflow is set up. So I'm going to log in. And if I have access to more than one approval queue, then I'll see a list like this, but typically I would see only one approval queue. So I'm going to go into the carrier queue here. And you see here, this is a list of new enrollments that are ready to be reviewed. And after I review these, then one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to go on to the next approval queue if there is one configured, or it would go directly onto the new business system for the carrier as a electronic transaction. So I'm going to go in, and you can see at the top also I can search and filter this list. So I'm going to go into any one order on the list. And once I get in, you'll see that I have a few options. First of all, I can review the order summary report, and this is the same report that the agent saw before they submitted the case. And this has all of the information on the case in one place, including here at the bottom all of the answers to the suitability and fulfillment questionnaire and any notes in history. Back up here at the top, I can do a couple of other things. I can look at the notes in history or any attachments that were uploaded to this case. And you can see here there are a couple of notes. A copy was made of this case, and there's an approval note here. And there were no attachments uploaded to this case. I can next check the status in all of the approval queues. So if there are a number of approval queues set up in a kind of an approval workflow, then I can see the status in all. In this case, this transaction went through approval at the agency and was already approved. You can see it here at the fulfill date and time. And then here it's pending approval at the carrier. This is the queue that we're in now. And then finally, I can look at any paperwork that goes with this case. This is the forms package. And if I click on any one of these forms, let's see, I'll look at the replacement notice. You'll see that the paperwork is here. If e-signature is implemented, then these forms will be e-signed. So I'm going to go back over to the main screen, which is order review. And there's the summary report again. So I do my review, and at the bottom I have a couple of choices. Okay, so you can see I can enter a note here. And there are 3 buttons. I can approve this case, which means that the case will go on to if there are no more approval steps in the approval workflow, then this would send the electronic order onto the carrier new business system. I can send for rework. This means that I have something that needs to be fixed by the agent, so I can say, hi, Bill, for our discussion, please update, and this will send the case back to the agent. The agent will receive an email. They can come in and make a correction and resubmit. When this happens, we'll automatically cancel the original case and create an exact replica that they can go in and edit, and then they'll have to go through the signature process again on the corrected case. We cancel the original and replace it with a copy with a new policy number so that there's no mix-up between the forms that were already generated and are now invalid because they were updated, and these new forms that we're going to generate and e-sign. And then finally, if this case is just beyond repair, then I can reject this case and it will kill it. And again, the agent will receive an email letting them know what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and approve this case. and then we'll send the case on to the new business, so that completes the review process.